Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth live stream of my channel. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. And yeah, if you don't know, in this series of live streams, I basically play in an online tournament on Lichess where there is 5 rounds. It's 15-0, which means each player gets 15 minutes per round and there is no increment. And yeah, I play 5 games and we'll see how it goes. So I started this a little bit late, so the first round has already started. But we're playing a 12-28, and they played a Karokan. So I think the main variations here are exchange, advance, and main line, which is knight c3 and knight d2. I'm gonna go with the exchange variation and then play knight f3. I think this is probably one of the sharpest lines. Oh, Ishan is online right now and he says hi in the chat. Hello, Ishan. Thanks for joining us. And let's go bishop b5 check. And yeah, if any of you other guys are watching, then feel free to comment on the video and I will respond to your comment in the stream. Alright, let's go c3 and get this pawn structure going. We get bishop to f5. I'm gonna go knight e5, put more pressure on this knight. And normally the bishop belongs on d7 so it can defend the knight. But the bishop has gone out to f5, so it's probably gonna have to retreat. Or I guess he could also play queen c6, or excuse me, queen c7 to defend the knight. But we'll see what my opponent does here. Yeah, Sean says, how's it going? It's going pretty good. If any of you guys are watching, then yeah, make sure to comment so that I can actually know that you're watching. We get rook to c8. I'm thinking about queen a4, putting even more pressure on the knight. So now if I take, then I can take back, and the bishop is supported by the queen. So he's gonna have to defend it with either queen c6. I don't know why I keep saying queen c6. Queen c7, or maybe bishop here, something like that. If bishop goes back, we can just take the bishop though with our knight, so that would be ideal for us. But we'll see what the opponent does. Okay, they decided to go a6, which I think just loses a pawn, right? Can't I just take? Oh, if I take the knight, they take the bishop. I take the queen, they take my queen, and I take a pawn. And after taking knight, if they take here, then I just win a pawn. I could have also took here with the bishop, but then after takes, it looks like I won a pawn, but then this just pins the knight to my queen, so I don't think that works. So this should theoretically work. If they take the bishop, I take the queen. They take my queen, I snag a pawn. And if they take here, I just take actually any one of those pawns. They're both hanging. And yeah, so a pawn isn't everything, but it should be enough to hopefully win the game. Yep, the opponent's having a deep think here. Okay, they decide to take. If I take on a6, then I think rook here kind of pins my bishop, and that's a little bit annoying. So maybe I just take. Let's just take on c6. And actually, if the bishop like blocks or something, and after the trade, we can even take on a6 with the queen, and then we'll be up 2 pawns, which looks pretty good. I'm trying to figure out how to add emotes so that you guys can comment on the chat. But I can't seem to figure it out right now. So I will do that later or for the next stream. But for the moment, let's just take on d7 and see how it goes. Okay, sorry about that. I was reading some chat messages. We do get knight takes back, so I will go ahead and take on a6. And I guess you could argue that I haven't really developed any of my pieces yet, but I think being up 2 pawns is gonna make up for that because my opponent hasn't really developed any pieces either. Yeah, he's just attacking my queen right now, which honestly is not exactly the best move ever. So let's just drop the queen back and probably just like bishop e3, knight d2, castle. Pretty standard developing moves should do the job here. How about game over? I'm trying to find emotes in chat that actually makes sense. Let me type chess. Okay, there's a pawn. GG. I have no idea. Okay, I'm just gonna send these two emotes in chat so that if you guys want to use them in your messages, then you can. Okay, let's see what my opponent played. They went e6, pretty standard. Let's just go bishop e3. And even though I'm talking and playing at the same time, which is what streamers do, I'm actually up on time. Somehow. I don't know how that worked out. I guess my opponent was thinking a lot here about a6. So that's where they spent a lot of time. But yeah, we're just gonna castle, go knight d2, and things are looking pretty good for us here. Okay, we get queen to b6, targeting this pawn, which is a little bit annoying, but I think I can just go b3. And there shouldn't be any problems. Like, normally if this was like a knight or something, I mean, a knight can't take here, but like if this was a knight, for example, it could sacrifice itself, and after it takes, you can win a rook. But I mean, this is a literal queen we're talking about, so even if it sacrifices itself to win a rook, you still lose a queen for a rook, which is a bad trade. So this should be completely fine for me. D2 is coming up to support b3 and develop a piece. And then after that, we'll just castle, and this is very, very solid for me. Yeah, you guys. So if you want the, apparently I can only send emotes in the chat. So I've sent 2 of them, so you can use them in the chat in your messages if you want. So like when I finish a game, for example, you can use the game over, and when I move a pawn, you can use the pawn if you want. I don't know. That just seemed kind of fun, so I put that in here. Anumeha says hi, hello, welcome to the live stream. And generally, I do read chat messages during the stream, so if you want to be mentioned in the stream, then you can say something in the chat if you want to. Okay, my opponent's having a deep think here. I'm not sure what they're thinking about. I mean, it seems kind of obvious. You just want to probably develop your bishop and then castle. I don't know if they're thinking about some like crazy sacrifice idea. Doesn't really seem to work, so I don't know. We'll see what they do. But there should still be a lot of games going on. I think you guys can see this if I go here, right? There's only 4 ongoing games? Wow. 6 people joined late. If it's gray like this, it means they joined late, as you can see. And if it's yellow, it means they actually drew their game. But one game is finished already, apparently. All right, anyways, let's go over here. And what is my opponent thinking about? I'm honestly not sure. Honestly not sure. Anime as Yana? Oh, yeah, okay. Right. Um, Yana is Ishan's younger sister, I think. Okay, what is my opponent doing, like, actually? Like, this is getting kind of suspicious. Like, not suspicious, but, like, weird. There's no reason to think for this long. The stream delay must be, like, crazy. Like, when I say this, the time on my opponent's clock is 7:10, but when I check the stream, it's 7:32. So there's, like, a 22-second delay, apparently. Because the software I'm using, OBS. Okay, my opponent finally moved. Let's go. Let's go knight here. The software I'm using, OBS. There's like a delay. Like when I say something, it only comes out on the stream after like 20 seconds. Apparently, I just learned that today. All right, 65 subscribers. Let's go. Our goal is 100. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. All right, we have 5 viewers. That is good. If you guys want to type something in the chat again, please feel free to do so. Hello, Dio Dunza. Sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Let me know. Alright, I seriously have no idea what my opponent's doing. It looks like they're thinking, but I don't know what they're thinking about. Oh, Vibub's in the chat too. Hello there. Thanks for joining. Okay, this game is not very exciting. My opponent finally moved, but at this point, I'm just gonna castle. They've literally spent like 45 seconds per, and that is just a free pawn. We take the knight, they take back, and our queen takes the pawn, and okay, now we're up 3 pawns. This game is not super high level. No offense to my opponent, but they're just blundering a bunch of pawns at this point. I mean, what was knight e4? Like, it's not even that hard to calculate. I just take, you take, and I take. Anyways, okay, they decide to castle. What do I want to do here? I could go c4, threaten this fork. You know what? Let's do that. Because it also controls the center more. Some key squares. Threatens this fork if the bishop or the queen doesn't move. And we also have this discovered attack idea. So we'll see what the opponent does here. But everything's winning. It's me, Armani. I'm using my dad's account. Oh, hello. Okay. Thanks for telling me, because yeah. If you guys don't know, Armani is one of my friends on chess.com. So, okay, why is there 4 people watching this game? Wait a sec, if you watch my game Like, I know the count here is supposed to be of, like, the game on Lichess, but if you watch my game through the live stream, does that mean, does it, like, show up here as you're watching my game? Like, is that how it works? Because there's 6 people watching my game. How many, wait, my game is the only one left? It's been 14 minutes. How have all the games ended except mine? Is that even possible? What in the world? It's been 50. Like, how's that? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go d5, take back. And since he also went g6, I'm not sure why he went g6. Maybe to stop my queen from looking on h7, but I don't really think that's a threat. But I do have some ideas. Like maybe queen f3, queen f6, bishop d4. That looks a little bit dangerous. Let's take back with the queen so that my pawn structure remains intact. So, I mean, it would be equal if my opponent had like 3 pawns here or something, but I have literally 3 passed pawns, 3 connected passed pawns. It's a connect 3. I know connect 3 is like very common, like London systems. B2, C3, D4. A connect 3 is when you have like 3 pawns like this. But, you know, it's a connect 3. So, okay, what is my opponent doing? I mean, they obviously want to move the bishop out of the way and then attack my queen, is the idea. So, what if I go rook a d1? Well, rook a d1 just hangs a pawn. So let's go rook f d1. And when they move the bishop, I can actually just sacrifice my queen. Wait, no, I can't, because the queen also defends. Because if this queen weren't defending, I can go here, and after it takes, I can take with the rook. So I get 2 rooks for a queen. And if you think about it mathematically, 2 rooks for a queen is better for the person who lost the queen. Because 2 rooks is 5 and 5, that's 10 points. And a queen is only 9 points. So even though a queen is the most powerful piece, 2 rooks would be better. So if I could trade my queen for 2 rooks, that would be good for me. But unfortunately, the queen also defends, so it doesn't quite work out. But we'll see what the opponent does here. They could also get really low on time and just lose. But yeah, alright. Ishan says I'm back, gotta go in half an hour. Well, that's okay, because, I mean, as long as you can stay here, I appreciate it for joining. Okay, we get bishop to e5, which is actually a move I did not see. That is one clever move. Because now I gotta... Okay, I have a tough decision to make. Do I move my queen and lose a rook for a bishop? I mean, that's gotta be a move here, right? That's gotta be a move. I can't lose my queen for a rook. That's 4 points. 9 minus 5. But a rook for a bishop is only 2 points. 5 minus 3. So we're gonna lose 2 points. We're still winning because I have 3 passed pawns. But I did not need to overcomplicate it like that. I should have just moved my queen out of the way here so that there's no sneaky ideas. But it's fine. We're still okay. But yeah, I mean, it's only been 15 minutes, but I'm the only game left. Like, how are these people playing so fast? 4 wins and 4 losses. Dang. Okay, anyways, let's get back to the game. Yes, someone tell me in the chat if someone's watching from my stream, does it show it down here in the Lichess spectators thing? Because I like Lichess doesn't know I'm streaming, so I don't think it's gonna show. But I don't know. So someone let me know. Also, my opponent is really low on time, so they could also lose because of that. Um, Okay, let's go here. Offer a rook trade. And, ooh, I see some nasty stuff coming up to take this pawn. Ooh, if rook a2, I have queen d8, king g7, and then bishop d4 pins the king when my queen is protecting. I mean, technically after that there's f6, but you still lose the queen. So, okay, they don't go for that because they're smart and they see it. So let me move my pawn out of danger because now that is actually a threat. This doesn't work anymore because the queen is not on this diagonal. But they do have 12 seconds left, so I mean, there's no way they survive this, right? Even if I lose all my pawns, they can't survive this with 12 seconds. It's just not realistic. Let's go here, target the rook. And 5 seconds? 4? 3? Okay, they do move. But let's go f3, target the queen. 1 second? Ah, and with that, we do in fact win the game. Kind of in a cheap way, because we did flag them. But eventually what I was going to do was I was going to trade the queens off. And then, yeah, spectators are all gone now. They're going back to the lobby. But I was going to trade the queens off and then basically bring my king over. And then with 3 passed pawns and the bishop, there's no way this rook can do anything. Like, even 3 pawns itself would be pretty catastrophic for my opponent. But, and the bishop. It's just terrible. Okay, next round we have 27 seconds. So I'm going to go take a water break really quickly. And then we will be back. Okay, I am back, and oh god, we have 4 seconds. No, no, no. Okay, I thought I was gonna lose right there. That would have been bad if we lost the second game on the first move. Oh no, just by instinct, I played the Karo Cod again, but I really don't want to play the Karo Cod. That is not the ideal. That's not the ideal opening against Neoj, because he knows how to defend against Karo Cod. Well, the good thing about playing these opponents who are in the same club as me, which is SMC Chess Club, is that I kind of know my opponents pretty well because I've played this guy 3 times. So I can kind of prepare for my opponents. Like, I can just see their username, remember who they are, and then just kind of know which opening is good and which opening I shouldn't play. So, for example, I know that this guy's gonna go bishop f4 and like knight b5 and try to get some kind of fork idea, which is why I play a6 to prevent that from happening. So, the way he plays against the Karo Cod is just, it's a really annoying way, in my opinion. So, we get booted. So I am gonna take the knight, because in a Karo Cod, the knight is normally better than the bishop, and you usually want to trade it off. And normally I have a knight here so that when the queen takes back, I win this pawn. But in this particular scenario, I didn't develop the knight yet because I went a6 first. But it's all good. He can probably go bishop a3, maybe long castle. I probably wouldn't move the queen again. I think he's gonna long castle. And then maybe like bishop d3 afterwards. Or bishop e5. That works too. I mean, he's not really threatening to take, because I could just take back. So, I'm just gonna ignore this bishop completely and play e6. And my plan is very simple. Develop this bishop and castle. And after I finish my development, we can do whatever we want. He decides to take on f6, which is interesting. Does he not want me to castle? Huh, okay. He doesn't want me to castle kingside, basically. Well, I guess that's fine. We will castle queenside. Because if I castle this way, then obviously there's an open file. And yeah, the queens are off the board, so it's not terrible, but it's not that good either. So, I would say let's not. Okay, we get knight a4, probably looking for this. If the knight goes to c5, I'm just going to snap take, because this knight is going to be really annoying. It's going to be a great outpost square for the knight, and I don't want to deal with any nonsense. So, I'm just going to snap take. The other square it might want to go to is b6, which is the reason I'm going king c7, to stop b6. And knight c5, we just take immediately. Okay, we have 3 people watching right now, so someone, please comment. We haven't had a comment in a while. The top fans is Ishan, and then Armani, Vaibhav, and then Ishan's sister. Okay, well, that's good, I guess. We got more than one person. That was the goal from the start. Okay, let's boot this knight back. Unless it wants to come forward. Because, again, my bishop is doing nothing right now. It's just gathering dust on its head. While this knight, if it goes to c5, it's going to be a monster. It's going to attack everybody. It's going to be a really nice outpost square. I can't ever kick it out because my pawns are up here. So, I'm going to take it in a heartbeat. But it goes to c3. Let's go bishop b4. Target this knight. Maybe give him doubled pawns. Like he gave me doubled pawns. Okay. Interesting. I guess this is fine. This should be fine. Let's go e5. He probably won't take. Because if he takes, again, he's just fixing up my own pawn structure? Wait, what? Okay, I think taking was a mistake, because before I have doubled pawns, it's kind of hard to make a use of this pawn. But once this happened, now my pawns can actually support each other like this. So, I think that was a mistake, honestly. Let's go f5 and get e4 and just take full center control. He's trying to go g4 and gain space over here. I mean, I'm okay with that, I guess. I'm just gonna push past, keep the center closed. And yeah, if you guys want to put anything in the chat, then that's totally fine, and I would encourage that. And also like the live stream, because getting more likes is always a good way to show your support. Let's go e4. Takes. Maybe we can go here and make the bishop go back to f1. He can also take on d8, in which case I will just take back. But oh, f1 was the only square the bishop could go to. And once he played rook f1, now the bishop can't go there. So this is occupied. I don't know what my arrows are like today. This is occupied, and this is occupied. So I would say the best move now would be to, oh wait. Oh, if I take back, you can go to d1. That's really clever. I was gonna say the best move would be to sacrifice the bishop. But wait a minute. What if I take the bishop first? And this might sound crazy because he can take my rook. But then I promote. Hold on. This is a big risk. If I take the bishop, he could give me like a check or something, but then I just take. And if he takes the rook, I just promote. And after I take the bishop, if he like gives me a check here, then I just take the rook. So I think this might actually work. Like he might have to target the pawn, and then I take the rook, and then he takes my pawn, and then we're just up a knight. That might be good for us. That might actually be good for us. Okay. Wow, I can't believe I found that. That was a pretty nice tactic. All right, let's defend this pawn. We still got to be careful though, because he can go h4 g5 and get a passed pawn here. So we still have to watch out. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going for. Is he watching the stream? He's not watching the stream, right? All right, I'm gonna go knight e5. Target this pawn. And this pawn looks like it's free. Ah, he fell for it. He fell for it. Okay, this pawn looks like it's free, but it's actually not because I can give a check. And then, yeah, he has to sacrifice his rook because if he moves the king, then we just take the rook. So, yeah, he takes and then he resigns. So, with that, we do win the second game as well. And that was actually very short. How much? It was only 8 minutes. So, I'm sure, yeah, there's still 4 other games going on. So, let's watch the other games until it's time. It's time for the third round. It's not time just quite yet. So, alright, I'll put it here and then I'll catch up on chat a little bit. What is going on? This is a very chaotic game. It's like, it's very normal. They played a normal opening and everything, but after that, the queens just came out and everybody's like zipping across the board. So that was funny. Okay, we're in second place apparently because there's 2 people with 2 out of 2 points. So I'm guessing I'm gonna play Code Innovator next because that's usually how these pairing systems work. If you guys want more details about the pairing system, then feel free to ask in the chat or put anything in the chat for that matter. Okay, we only have 2 people watching right now, but that's fine. At least it's not 0. Okay, we just looked at this game. Let's see this one. Alright. Pretty normal. So everybody plays these Italian type of setups, and then I'm okay until this point. But when you go d3, knight f6, knight g5, castle, knight c3, h6, knight f3, d6, like it's just like super symmetrical. Like, what is the difference between white and black? Knight here, bishop here, knight here, pawn here, pawn here, pawn here, pawn here, pawn here, pawn here. Like, it's literally the same thing. If you draw a line right here, like in the middle of these 2 lines, and then you fold the paper, it's gonna be the exact, everything's gonna line up with each other. I mean, the color's gonna be different, white and black, but everything is gonna be the same. Armani says, I am 950 in Bullet. Wow, that's pretty good. The average rating in Bullet, I think, is like 450 or 500 or something on chess.com. So 950 is a lot more than average. So that is pretty good. Okay, let's see. We have 3 people watching. Alright, h3. Okay, so yeah, this is the reason why I don't play this setup, and instead I go for c3 with the sharp line. And if I don't play c3, I just don't play the Italian at all, because it's just really boring. So, yeah, I mean, here if you take with the knight, you get forked. So, it makes sense why you take with the bishop. And then, normal opening, normal opening. Okay, he just lost a pawn for no reason? Idea to get the knight to move away and like give a fork. But I guess after rook e8 he can just castle, so it should be fine. But black has this really advanced passed pawn, which could become very good in the future. So okay, yeah, like I said, he did play rook e8, rook e4. And then take. Okay, and then they're just gonna play an endgame. Alright. I think instead of trading the pawns, what he could have done here, yeah, instead of taking the pawn, what I would have done would be like move the knight away and get it to some position where you attack the rook. I'm not sure if that's possible. Wait, that's actually attacking the rook is actually kind of hard here because you can't come from any of these squares. Okay, maybe not, but I feel like you need to attack the rook. Like you can't go knight here because then the knight takes. But you need to attack the rook in some way so that moves. You can push and then you can promote. But maybe it's not possible. I don't know. And let's see the other game that's going on. Oh, it ended. Okay, so we just have these two now. Gold serval. Alright, there's some stuff going on in the chat. I'm not going to read every message out loud because there's a lot of things in there. But if you guys want to see it and read it for yourselves, feel free to. Alright, let's see. What is going on? Oh yeah, gold serval's up a pawn here. Right. Also, nobody's using the emotes that I sent. Maybe people didn't see it. Let me send them again. Guys, if you want to use the emotes, then feel free to do that. Oh, text green game over. Okay, that is not what was supposed to happen. Let me try that again. Alright, there we go. So you could just copy and paste them if you want, basically. Oh, I realized that when I'm reading the chat, the game isn't actually progressing. Okay. I mean, nothing's happened in the meantime anyway. It's just knight d4. Anirudh is down on time here by quite a lot. 5 minutes. I don't know how that happened. He seems to spend a lot of time in these type of positions. Heart emoji. Someone's spamming heart emoji in 100s. That's nice. There's so many emojis here. Like, I'm trying to find something that's related to chess, but when I search chess, the only thing that comes up is a pawn. So, I guess that's what we have. I've seen some other chess YouTubers, like I Want Checkmate and Viper King, like, they have special emojis that you can send if you're a member. I think you need, like, at least 1,000 subscribers or something for that. So, I can't do that quite yet. But, we will get there someday. So, yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe so we can get to 100 and then 500 and then 1,000. That is the long-term and short-term goals. All right, let's see. Who else do we have? Okay, Divya, Shmaraya, and Rohit have joined late, but then they won a game. So they have 1.5 out of 2. And then whoever wins this game, it's probably Gold Serval. Oh, he also joined late. So if Gold Serval wins, he'll also have 1.5 out of 2. So yeah, we should have 5 people with 2 or 1.5. And then we'll see what happens from there. Alright, sorry, I was just reading my chat messages. What are we doing? What is going on? I don't understand why, like, Gold Serval is just winning. You literally can just go, like, why is he thinking for so long? I don't understand that. Because there's nothing here to think about for so long, right? What is going on? I have no idea. Is the other game done? Because, like, yeah, usually when there's like 7 people watching a game, it means it's the only game that's left. Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. You guys can keep watching, and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, we are back. What happened in the meantime? Okay, I think I left off like here with D1. Queen came to G3. We offer a queen trade. Knight H4. Queen F3. So he hung a pawn? Like, he literally could have just gone here, right? I don't understand. Because now his advantage is gone. You just take back and it's equal. Like, you're not even winning anymore. So, knight here. Yesterday, so I lost to Martin. I don't know what is going on. I'm just gonna say Gold Serval through the game. There's no way. He's down on time so much. Ooh, 5 people watching. Guys, put something in the chat, please. Alright, well, we had 5 people watching. Now it's down to 2 again. Yeah, I mean, this is a draw. Wait, what? He's up a pawn again? How? How does he do this? Yeah. There's no way. He has to win. Ooh, that's a nice idea. Knight b5 is a nice idea. And then you have knight c7 to fork the rook and the pawn. That is a nice one too. Knight trade. Just trade. Please. Take with... Oh, b4. Game over. Game over. He should have took with the rook. Okay, now Anirudh's gonna win for sure. I mean, he has 30 seconds, but you can't even mess this up. Rook b8, you just take with the rook. And protect the knight. This knight is in the perfect spot to be protected. Like, literally, if the knight was here, for example, rook here. Take, take. So, people think Alon's cheating. Okay, that is interesting. I mean, I wouldn't just accuse someone of cheating right away, but maybe they have proof that I don't know about. Alright, I'm gonna ask in the chat. Like, he's losing right now, so how can he be cheating? C5, just go. Just go. Don't lose on time. Oh my god. No. He's gonna lose on time. 12 seconds. Just push the pawn. Push the damn pawn. Push the damn pawn. Push. I sound like Gotham Chess right now. Have you guys seen that meme? It's just like, push the damn pawn. The damn pawn or something like that. I don't know. But okay, now he's gonna lose the pawn. Never mind. 6.6. Oh my god. Move the king. Just sack the rook. No. Or maybe he's going here. Maybe he's going rook b7. Oh, he lost knight. Let's go. Take it. Take it. Please. Oh no. Oh no. Take the pawn. Take the damn pawn. Take. Oh no. Oh oh. Oh no. Oh no. Point 0.02. What is this? Point 0.02. Point 0.02. 29. He lost 29. He lost 29 rating. And his opponent gained 21. This is unbelievable. There's no way. Okay, now I'm gonna be playing Elon, who might be cheating. I mean, he's only played 177 games. Let me check his account. I think I'm gonna play Code Innovator because he's first and I'm third. And it usually pairs us up like this. And Elon might get a bye, or he's gonna play Divya. I don't know, something like. Oh my god, 1,021, 1,061 in the last 2 days. How is that even possible? He might actually be cheating. He might actually be cheating. Okay, I gotta check like the accuracy and stuff after this game. But yeah, we're playing Divya. Wait, we're playing Divya? Hold on, what? I'm playing the fourth person and Lon's playing. Oh, it's first and second play together, third and fourth play together. Okay. I mean, that's fine. That's good. Okay, now we only have one person watching. That's kind of sad. Come on, people, start watching. Alright, I'm gonna go for the c3 line. So d6 is not the main line here. The main line is knight f6. But d6 is still playable. When you play d6, the best move is actually bishop b6 in this position. But instead of d6, if you go knight f6, then after d4 take, the best move is bishop b4. So it's really weird, yeah. So bishop b4 normally I would say is the best move if this knight were here instead. Because then you can actually take this pawn. And my knight can't take because it's pinned. But he's going for bishop g4 and try and take. And then win the d4 pawn. This is why I'm going bishop e3 to defend. Because a lot of people play this bishop g4 variation. Apparently I've won 5 games against this guy. I don't believe that, but whatever. Okay, he's actually playing quite solid. Because if I go here, then knight e5. And I guess I can go here. But if I go here, there's also take. And then queen takes. But then I target the knight and the queen. But then he takes my bishop. Oh no. This guy's actually solid. Why is he playing so solid? Okay, what if I go here and pin the knight? Then takes. I guess I can get away with that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to review this later. I don't know if that was the move. It might not have been the best move, but it is a move. It is a legal move, and it doesn't blunder anything, so that's why we played it. Okay, let's see. Who's playing who? Code Innovator is playing Alon. Rockstar Rohit is playing Neonch. So it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's playing the Kate. Wait, but 7 and 9 are playing. So 8 is playing 10. Huh. I don't know how they decide that actually, but I guess that's up to Lichess. Okay, I'm gonna take. I thought the entire point of taking on f3 was so you can double my pawns. Wasn't that the point? Okay, I don't know. I do have d5, but then he takes here. I take. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna take. And then take on c6. Oh, my castle. He's gonna have bishop c3 and win this pawn. Okay, fine. We'll go f3. I don't like my position here, but let's go e5. Knight has to move back. And now we castle, get out of the pin. I don't think I played this properly. But it's okay. It's not the okay, that is not what I would have played. Because I don't think you should have traded the bishop for the knight, because there wasn't really a good reason to do that. And in fact, I could probably just start pushing my pawns. And I know the queens are off the board, but I don't think that matters. And there isn't even g5 to stop me. So, okay, here I can take. I can even play en passant. No, en passant, his knight can get in. That's too solid. How do I can go e6. No, but then his knight gets in. Okay, let's just take and then go king h1, rook g1. Because everybody here is defended, right? The pawns defend everybody, and then the bishop defends this guy. So let's go rook g1. It's not really attack, because I only have 2 rooks and a bishop. But, okay, we have 3 people watching. Guys, put something in the chat so I know you're here. Or else, how am I supposed to know who you are? Like, seriously. Unless you want to stay private, unless you don't want me to know who you are. Then that's completely fine. But, okay, can we go rook g6 here? And then I can double up on the g file. I also attack this pawn. I think that's okay. Oh my god. Okay, I promise that was not on purpose. I literally forgot the king was defending g6. I literally thought the king was on h8. God. Yeah. Alright. Oh, Armani says rook g2, rook g1. Yep, that's exactly what I did. Except I went rook g3 and then rook g1. Okay, well, I don't think this does actually... I don't think this actually does anything against this. But... Okay, so Armani's the only one watching right now? But it says there's 2 viewers, so there has to be someone else too. So I can't take here because of the rook. But what if I go h4? Oh, I can't even play h5 though, because the rook. And he just stopped me. Well, I guess we'll go a4. Well, yeah, but then that... See, this bishop is really not active, because I have this nice pawn pyramid, but the bishop is on the other... It's on the wrong side. It has to be like here. Or here. Or here. Like, it's on the wrong side. So maybe I bring the bishop back and then I try to sneak in over here. That might be interesting. Okay, I have no concern about what you're doing here. Because if you take, I just take back. What I do have a concern about is going here and hanging this pawn. So let me actually defend myself from doing that. And there was this 95 idea, taking advantage of the pin. But right now it doesn't work because I can obviously just take with the pawn. So we're okay for it right now. We're chilling. We're chilling. He goes c4, so he just wants to close everything up. Okay, fair enough. I mean, it's not totally closed because the b file is completely open. So if this pawn were like here and that pawn were like here, well then I guess the a file would be open. But if there was an extra pawn here and this pawn were here or something, then everything would be closed. But yeah, okay. I'm just putting everybody on a dark square. And he's putting everybody on a light square. Kind of interesting. Very interesting. Let's go. Alright, I'm just gonna put my bishop on this square where it can never be removed again. And if he goes here, that is a free pawn. Oh, but if I take, he can go there. Okay, I don't know. I mean, there is no attack here because he's very well defended. So I might as well go rook b1 and try to get in over here. Because I'm not doing anything on the g file anyways. So, oh, I have 66 subs? Wait, I thought today morning I had like 64. Was it 63 or 64? Oh, let's go. That means I gained 2 or 3 subscribers today. Well, thanks for pointing that out, Armani. Alright, that's really good. Let's get to 100 as fast as we can. I'm really excited. Alright, I'm gonna go bishop g5. Now he could sack a knight for 2 pawns if he really wants to. And then that's also a rook trade. I'm also threatening rook b7 to pin the knight to the king. But he probably sees that. I mean, he is 1300, so I don't think 1300 is just missed that kind of one mover idea. But it's not super easy to defend it. Okay, c5. We'll go here anyways. I think the only move to defend is like rook f7. Because this rook can't move because of the bishop. But rook f7, e6? Or not e6, then I would just lose the pawn. But what if I take here and I go c6? I don't know, it seems kind of fishy. But it could work. It could work, I don't know. Okay, sorry, I was reading chat again. We get rook f7. Or maybe I just go rook e3 and we play this anyway because it's a fork. Well, you know what? Let's do that. Why not? I mean, if I take here, technically it's a free pawn, but then I have doubled pawns and they're also isolated, so like it could be bad for my pawn structure later on. And also, not to mention, after takes, there is rook c8, which stops the entire c6 idea. Which, it's a good thing I'm seeing that now. But, yeah, it would have been bad if I didn't see that. Yeah, rook e6 also kind of does the same thing. Blockades my pawn from moving again. And it also covers c6 that if I do take that, that's never possible. But, oh wait. What if I take and then I sacrifice the pawn to lure the rook over there. And then I play e6 and then fork him. Oh, I think I found it. I think I found it. I don't know how you can stop this. Because if you move the knight... Actually, wait, he just moved the knight. Oh, the entire point of king g7 was to protect the rook so you can move the knight. I didn't even realize that. I just went ahead and played my idea. Okay, well, it's still fine. It's not the end of the world. Because if he moves the knight, let's say to f8, arrows turbos as always, takes, I can go c7, and then I can put my bishop here. Yeah, my rook is kind of stuck here, but I mean, it shouldn't take too long to get it activated. 2 moves, 3 moves. Should be fine. Yeah, we do get knight over there. So, I think this is good. Here. Oh. I completely forgot he had knight e6. Yikes. So, for those of you guys haven't figured it out, if I go bishop here to knight e6 and he just takes my pawn. I could go e6. If rook takes, I just promote. And if knight takes, I take with my rook. If rook takes, I promote. But if king takes, then I'm screwed. Okay, well, I guess we can't really stop the knight e6 idea, so let's just go bishop d8 and let him do that. But oh, he goes for king e8 instead. Huh. Interesting. Now I could play e6, because if he takes, I just promote. And then I can also go e7 and support the bishop 2 different ways. Aha. So this is not really a free pawn because I can just take whatever he puts on e6. Yeah, I really like this e7 idea, because even if he somehow wins this pawn, then I still have a anchor for my pawn and bishop here. So now I actually have two passed pawns. Very funny. And very nice. Alright, let's go e7. This knight is not trapped, but it's feeling the heat. Feeling the heat. Knight d7, alright. I mean, I'm not sure where this knight is going to go anyway, because if you ever take my bishop, I promote with check, and I'm supported. If you ever take my pawn, I just take back, and then I can promote the other one. So, with that in mind, let's go... I guess we can go here? No, that's already protected. Okay, let's actually go back and around. And then maybe we can support... We can go rook b8. If knight takes, we just promote. And then we're also threatening to go c8 and win the game. And I don't see a easy way of stopping that. I mean, yeah, sure, knight c5. But what is this knight doing anyway? What's stopping me from just coming around and promoting? Like, maybe his idea is to take and then move the knight out of the way and then promote himself. But, I mean, that's way too slow. It takes too long. So, I think just rook b8. Yeah, we sacrificed the rook, but my pawn is right there, so it's not really a sacrifice. I might get a brilliant move for that, but probably not, because I don't think that's a sacrifice. It's just, if you take, I promote. Like, it's really simple. Okay, he decides to take the pawn, which is interesting. Why can't I go here? Doesn't that just win the knight? I'm not sure why he did that, because he just lost the knight. Or if he moves the knight, I guess he'll lose the rook. I can even take with my bishop, which would be check. And then you can take here. I give another check. You have to defend the rook. And then we trade and stop a bishop. What he's thinking about, but I don't think you saw that. Ooh, 3 viewers again. Alright. Someone type something in chat. I mean, I know Armani has been typing a lot in chat. And so has Ishan. But I think Ishan left already. He said he had to go in a half an hour, like 40 minutes ago. So he probably left a few minutes ago. But, okay, what? Why can't I just take you? It looked like he was defending, but if you take my bishop, I just promote. So, yeah. You actually can't. Okay, well, let's go bishop here. And we're defending bishop b4. And then take on a3. So, okay, that is a little bit annoying. I probably should have seen that. But it's fine. We can still go here and defend the pawn. So there should be no pesky ideas. Because, yeah, if he comes over here, I'm just going to push. And now you can't catch my pawn. And you can't even take and get any counterplay. Because I put my bishop on f6. Which guards this pawn. Guards this pawn. And this pawn runs. So now you have literally nothing you can do. And, okay, I don't really know what that tried to do. I mean, I think he expected me to take this way and then maybe let his pawn promote. But I can't just take with bishop. And then, yeah, now you have nothing you can do. a6, a7, a8, queen. And this game should be over pretty soon. But, okay, he decides to push again. We will take. Give a little spike check. Take the pawn. And at this point, it's just a matter of converting if my opponent doesn't resign. We have this nice little bishop f2 idea to, you know, target the pawn from behind, and once the king moves anywhere, then my queen also sees it. So we can take, and actually, if he had gone here, probably would have lasted like 7 or 8 moves. But if he goes king h3, then queen takes h4 is, in fact, checkmate. So with that, we do, in fact, win game number 3. And there's only one game going on right now. And apparently no one has 3 points. Wow. Elon is 2.5, and then Code Innovator is 2.5. So I guess they drew against each other. Let's see what is going on here in this last game. So this game is between two people who have 0.5 points and 0 points. So, no offense to them, but they're not going to make it in the top 3 or even top 5. So, it's not going to really affect my position in the ranking, is what I'm trying to say. So, yep. Armani says checkmate. You might be the top fan now, because there's this thing in YouTube which is like, whoever types the most messages or uses the most reactions becomes the top fan. And apparently right now it's Ishan, and then Armani, and then Vaibhav, and then Ishan's sister. But it's very close. So Armani, if you just want to spam a bunch of messages to become the top fan, then feel free to do that. Because I have nothing preventing you from doing that. There's also this thing called Nightbot, which, okay, you guys can't see the game, can you? I don't know if you can see the game or not. But, okay, why did he sack his queen? Oh, he knew that the opponent was going to flag, so he just sacks his queen. Okay. Alright, there's this thing called Nightbot, which is... Alright, let me... Alright, sorry about that. There's this thing called Nightbot, which is like something that basically responds to your commands. So, how do I make you... I don't really get... There's 28 messages today. I've typed 12 of them. Armani typed 8, Ishan typed 6, Vaibhav typed 2, and Ishan's sister typed 1. I don't actually know how you make it. Yeah, I'm not sure how you make it like go into live stream, but I've seen it on other chess YouTubers streams, and we're gonna play a Caro-Kann again against Code Innovator. I think it's an okay opening. Yeah, we've only played 2 times, so I'm not too familiar with how this guy plays, but we should be able to beat him or at least draw him. Alright, we get d4. Let's go d5. e5. Advanced variation. Let's go c5. c3. Take, knight c6. Knight f3, bishop g4, bishop b5, a6, take. This is the normal variation. Some people play h3. Some people play bishop e2. Yeah, bishop b5. Here, take. Yep. h3, okay. Let's take on f3. And now I like to play the move. Most people take with the queen. So then I like to play the move queen b6 to target this pawn. And a lot of people like to defend with the bishop, but if you go there, you actually hang this pawn. So it's a nice little move to fork 2 pawns. Queen c3 is a weird move because I do have e6 threatening bishop b4, which wins the queen. But weirdly enough, my opponent knows how to castle out of it and defend against it. So, okay, 3 people watching again. Again, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, which you probably have because you're watching this, then feel free to like and subscribe because I am trying to get to 100 subscribers. And Yeah, I would really appreciate that. Let's go 97. All right, B3. Let's castle. I would have liked to have opposite castling games so that um I would have liked to have opposite castling games so that we can attack each other, but it is what it is. All right, let's take. I want to put my knight on f5 because it's a very nice square. It's a good outpost. Targets d4. I would probably go knight f3 if I were my opponent to, have the knight defend more squares, be more centralized. It's just more natural, and also defend this pawn that I'm attacking. Let's see. What does he play? Okay, he does go knight f3. Very good. I'm thinking about c5 to break open the position. If he takes, we just take back with the queen, which does happen. So now there's an open c file, which means our rooks are going to be fighting to see who gets on the c file first. I'm assuming. So I was kind of expecting rook a c1, or maybe rook f c1, but knight g5. I'm not really sure what that does. I mean, honestly, I think that's kind of hopeless. Like, you're hoping my knight moves so that you can checkmate me. But I don't want any of that checkmate business, so I'm just gonna say, hey, knight, you must leave immediately. I mean, unless he's gonna, like, sack his knight or something. Yeah, he has to go back. And there was really no point in playing that move. So, let's go rook c8. Again, as I was saying, let's fight for the open file. I'm really expecting this move right now. But I thought trades the queens to get an open rook. Trade the queens to get an open rook. Are you talking about me or him? Wait, Armani, I saw your chat message, but are you talking about me or him? Like, am I supposed to trade queens, or are you talking about he can trade queens? Just clarifying that. Let me know so I can answer your question. But queen c3, take, and if he goes here, I'm not gonna take, because then he will take back, and he will have the open file. So, yeah, watch. Instead, I'm gonna play rook f8 myself, so that if he wants to take, exactly, now I take back, and now I have the open file. In the other variation, though, if I had taken, he would take back, and he would have the open file. So, all these little differences is what makes you either win or lose a game of chess. I'm gonna go rook c2, target this pawn. Probably just a3 or a4. a3, I think this is gonna win a pawn, so a4 is better. If I attack like this, he's gonna defend like this. If I attack like this, he's gonna defend like this. So I want to figure out which one is better for me. And honestly, I'm not too sure. So maybe instead of attacking his pawn, which he can quite easily just defend, I just bring my own king into the game, right? You want to keep your king safe in the first few moves, so that, or like in the first like 20 moves, so that when the queens are on the board and everything, you don't want to you don't want to get checkmated really fast. But later on, it's okay to activate your king. In fact, you should activate your king, so that you can use it. Because in the endgame, it's important to use your king. So okay, this rook is coming over, which I really don't like. So I'm gonna play rook c7 and stop rook b7. And Armani says in the chat, you? I'm not sure where. Maybe someone else can respond in the chat? What he's talking about? I'm sorry. I don't quite understand. Wait. Let me go back. Where are we talking about exactly? Like somewhere here? How do I open up my rook by trading queens? I mean, I did do this to to trade queens and get the open file. So is that what he's talking about? I'm not sure. Someone else let me know. Anyways, we get rook to b8. Probably trying to come over here. I'm gonna go f6 and take with my king so that we have pawn chains. Nobody's isolated. Rook f8, right? Let's attack the rook. Okay. Attack the rook again. The difference between this position and this position is that my king is on f7, not f6. So he can't give me a check here. So he has to move somewhere like this. And then we can attack his pawn, which he can't defend. And, oh, he does have rook a8 though, to be fair. Yeah, or rook d6. So that is kind of annoying. Because now he has a passed pawn. But it shouldn't be a problem at the end of the day. Because I'm going to go here to make sure he has no checks and then slowly bring my king forward. And, yep, rook d6. Well, your rook's got to leave, buddy. It's got to go to a6. Or maybe c6. Alright, let's see. Armani says on move 23 on the A file. Alright, I'm gonna have to check that in a minute. Move 23 on the A file? Are you saying I should take? And after takes, I should go rook a8? I mean, I could do that. But then my rook is really passive and it's guarding the pawn. So I don't know if this is what you meant. But if it is, then my rook would be very passive in that variation. Whereas here, it's really active. So that's the reason why I didn't go for that. Alright, we get rook a8, obviously looking for this. I'm just gonna keep moving my king over here. And eventually, if I can win this pawn, I'm gonna be up a pawn. But better than that, I'm gonna have a pass pawn that I can eventually promote. He's going for this pawn here, which is kind of annoying. Maybe I just don't go for that pawn. Maybe I just defend my own pawn and start pushing. More back one. Move 19. Okay. Let's see. Move 19. A5, A4. I'm gonna go E5. Yeah, he's pushing his pawn. I don't want him to promote. Maybe I just sack one of my pawns to get rid of this pawn, because it is getting really close to promoting. But the thing is, he's not activating his king. Like, if you just play with this rook and this pawn, my king and rook are gonna catch it, and then you can't do anything. So, if this king were like, I don't know, on this square, like when my rook moves, it can maybe get into the position and it can help. But right now, it's not doing anything. Okay, we have a6. I don't think I care at all. Like, if you go a7, I go here. Check, I take your pawn. So, rook b8. Alright. Well, how do you guard this pawn now? You just lost your pawn. I think he's gonna go rook g8 and try to say, well, I can take this pawn. So, if he goes for that, I might allow it, actually. Okay, he's going for the e-pawn instead. I mean, sure. I still think this is winning for me and not him, even though it's equal material, because I have a passed pawn, while he doesn't. So, if he somehow trades off these two pawns for these two pawns, then he'll have a passed pawn. I'll have a passed pawn. And it might be a draw. But right now, yeah, he's finally activating his king, but it might be too late because my rook can cut off his king. Okay, he wants a rook trade. Well, I really gotta check. Okay, Armani's now the top fan. He has 150 XP. Dang. So let me see. takes, king here, king here. Here, I just promote. See, you have to go this way. And then I go here, I just wait around and I push my pawns. And I think that's a winning endgame for me. So, let's see how this goes. I'm going to trade and go king d4. And this should be winning, I think. So, yeah, he has opposition, but we're going to make a waiting move with the pawn. Alright, f3. Let's make some more waiting moves. And for example, if he goes g4, I can take, he takes, and I go here. And then what do? And if you go g4 here, I don't take because then I'm going to be in zugzwang. But instead I push the, wait, if I push, does he have this move? No, he doesn't, because after this push, I just bring my king back. So now he's in zugzwang. He has to either move the king away or give up the pawn. Yeah, this doesn't even work. Because here, does it work? I don't think it works. Because now I can bring my king. Oh, wait, is it a draw? No, I win. There's no way he can stop my pawn. And his pawn is too slow. Okay. Phew, I got scared there for a minute. I thought it was going to be a draw. But, alright. Here, the queen covers this, the king covers this. So the only move is king h5, which allows me to take the pawn and checkmate our fourth opponent. Okay, that was very well played. He almost got a draw there. We definitely got to check the game review later. But, yeah, that was very well played by my opponent. Good game. Okay, Neonch has 3 points. And if Nikate wins this game, he'll also have 3 points. So that could turn things around for him. But if this guy wins, he'll only have 2.5, which is not the best because a lot of other people have 2.5 too. But, okay. Oh, it looks like Thomas Vu is winning. So, alright. That looks like we won't have any competition other than Neonch. Because if he beats me, then we'll both have 4. Which would be bad. Okay, now I'm going to look at what Armani said. Move 19, queen b5. So, sorry about the wait. I really didn't understand what you were talking about there. But move 19, queen b5 to trade and then open up the c file. I mean, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's a good move too. I was just thinking h6 so that there is no potential sacrifices idea later on. And after the knight moved back, I kind of did what you said. Like, queen b5 would be one way to do it. Rook a c8 and then moving the queen up here is also another way to do it. So, yeah. Queen b5 is a completely fine and reasonable and good way to do it. So, yeah. Hopefully that answers your question. I don't want to mess myself up like a 5th time here or a 4th time. So, all right. Okay, 5th round. Well, not quite just yet. Dude, bro is gonna be up 6 points of material, but the king is really exposed, so it's not clear at all. Like, if you take with the queen, you get pinned, and it's 2 rooks for a queen endgame, which might be a draw, because white probably has perpetual. But if you take with the king instead, then there's again rook here, and like if you go here, then like check. That doesn't work. Maybe like check and you get, somehow there's gonna be a draw somewhere. Yeah, so I don't think you can take the bishop. It's like a poison bishop, kind of. Alright. Okay, Marty says yes, that answers my question. Well, thanks for asking that. A lot more of that, and it would make the, like, when I do a video, it's just kind of like, I talk about things, and then I post it. And then, yeah, later on you guys can comment and everything, but, like, I don't know how to explain it. But it just feels better when I'm talking, but you guys can ask me questions or anything like that. And I can answer them while I'm talking. And since YouTube has this streaming feature that I guess Twitch and Kick and a bunch of other platforms do as well, it's really useful, and we're really grateful to be having this feature because it's just, I just feel it's so much better because you can interact with your audience while the quote unquote recording is happening. Because normally I would just be recording, I pause the recording, and then, end of story. And yeah, that's it. But oh my god, mate! Wait, no, it's not. No, it's not mate. Okay, okay, okay. I got really scared there, but there is perpetual, I think. Check here. Queen f7 is mate, so you have to go here and then perpetual. Oh my god, Kate might have saved this game. Queen e6, perpetual check. Queen e7, queen c8. Queen d8, queen e6. Oh my god. That is a crazy save for Kate. Hello, Braku Yonda. Sorry, I don't know if I pronounced your name correctly. But thanks for joining the stream. Alright, let's see. Yeah, welcome to the stream. And what is happening? Okay, yeah, it is a draw. So, okay, we have nobody to compete with because since they drew, Nikkei got 2.5 and the other guy got 2. So, unless I lose to Nayance, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to be playing because I haven't played him so far, right? Wait, which game did he lose to? Oh, wait, I did play him in the second round. Yeah, yeah. So, whoever I play, even if I lose, they're still going to get maximum of 3.5, any of these guys. I've played both of these people and this guy, so I'm probably going to be playing Rohit. Okay. Here we go. So even if I lose against Rohit, yeah, I'm gonna lose some rating and everything. But I'm guaranteed first place. So that is nice. What if we just offer a draw? We just draw like 2 moves into the game. Ooh, 5 people watching. 4 people now. But yeah, if you guys haven't liked and subscribed, then please do so, because I am trying to get to 100 subscribers here. And it would be a great way to show your support. So I would really appreciate it if you guys did that. But okay, we're playing Nikkei. I thought I already played Nikkei. I've played him a lot of times, as you can see. 9 times. And my record against him is good for me, 6.5 to 2.5. But yeah, I have lost a few times, in case you guys know. My opponent's playing the Karo Khan, which I actually do know, because he plays the Karo Khan. I'm gonna go 95 like I did in the first round, second round. I played it sometime. Rocco Yunda says, you are looking for a moderator? Yes, I am actually. I was looking at, what was it called? Nightbot? But if you know any other moderators that actually work, please let me know. Because I don't understand how you're supposed to activate it. Right? Like, I go to the Nightbot homepage, but how do I make it so that it responds to messages in the stream? I'm not sure. Alright, we get knight e4. What is going on? Okay, well, his knight is pinned. So, oh my god, I blundered. bishop. And the thing is, I can't even take the knight because then he takes here. Oh my god. Wow. How do I keep falling for that? I think the last time I lost to him in this game, I also fell for that same tactic. Like, he goes queen 8, and I don't know how I keep doing it. But, alright, let's just go, like, here. I don't know, get some kind of counterplay. Maybe. But, yep, this is not going great. If you want, you can have me. Sure. I mean, if you want to join in the live streams, then, and you want to be a moderator, then I'm happy to have you, I guess. It's just that nobody's gonna really... I'm gonna take this pawn. Oh, we can take with the queen, though. I mean, you can just be like a viewer. And once I get a little more popular and there's more people in the chat and everything, then you can be a moderator, if that sounds okay. But for right now, I don't exactly need a moderator. It's just that I was looking for one for the future, potentially. Okay, he's attacking my rook. Let's go here. I'm gonna take and then maybe castle and go rook e1. But I don't know how he does this every single time. Let's go here. Like, not every single time, but he's won against me twice, and both of those times it was this exact same tactic. And he's probably gonna do it again. But yeah, Armani says you already won the tournament. That is true. I guess I can't be complaining. I got 4 straight victories. So there's no use complaining. Whoa, 7 people watching. Alright. If you're looking, I can mod, bro. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I appreciate that. Whoa, how do we have 7 people watching for like a minute? Or like 10 seconds. Queen b2. Okay, I don't want to lose this bishop, so I guess bishop c3. I almost lost the rook. Let's not do that. Let's go rook here, defend the bishop. I really need to castle and put a rook on the e-file so I can start taking. Alright. Alright, let me add you as a moderator. Okay. Standard moderator. Alright, you are now a standard moderator. Okay, my opponent went queen f6. He's defending really well. And to be frank, I just don't have any pieces left. Like, if I had maybe another bishop or a knight, like, I can start attacking. But with a bishop, rook, and a queen, I don't think I'm going to get very much damage done. And yeah, now he's getting ready to castle. That's all looking downhill from here. Has anyone noticed Magnus' form is dropping? Well, this is a controversial topic, and okay, he dropped a pawn. This is kind of a controversial topic. Like, if you're a Magnus hater, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I don't know. I don't follow chess that much. I don't follow competitive chess. I mean, I was watching the candidates, and obviously Magnus wasn't in that. And I watched a little bit of Norway chess, and he was doing okay for the first part, and then he kind of, yeah, his form really did drop at the end there. But I don't watch a lot of competitive chess, so I can't really give you my opinion on that. I'm new to your channel. You have got a good communication skills. Try to explain moves and plan. That will engage more people. Oh, thank you for that. I really appreciate the advice. And, okay. Oh my god, I blundered again. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, for those of you who haven't figured out why, he's attacking my rook, but I can't just simply move my rook, because then there's bishop h2, sacrificing the bishop, and then I lose my queen. So, like, alright. Okay, you are now a moderator, so, right, okay. Let's keep going. I don't know, do I have f3? I still lose my queen then. This game is toast. I mean, I'm not upset because I'm gonna win 4 games. The only thing I'm kind of mad about is I'm gonna lose rating. So, if you see here, where's Rapid? He went from 1742 to 1753. I gained 9 points today from those 4 games. Because they weren't that high rated after all, so it makes sense. And then, if I lose this game, like normally if you lose against someone who's your own rating, you lose around 8 to 9 points. But since this guy's 400 points lower than me, I'm gonna probably lose like 15 points, 17 points, something like that. So it's gonna be a net loss today. But it is what it is. So I'm just gonna. I mean, I'm kind of playing for tricks at this point because I'm literally down a rook. So there isn't any point in trying to play for real. I think I have bishop g5, maybe, to try and skewer. But even that, even after bishop g5, queen moves, I don't know, we trade queens and then I win a rook. Even after that, I'm still down a bishop, so. And it's not like I have any counterplay either, so I can't do any. I can't do anything. Right? Deep Sagar, if you could please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. That would help me out a lot. I would really appreciate that. Bishop b4. What? Why is that not just free? Wait, was he giving up a bishop and thinking that this would be checkmate? But I can just take with my queen. Okay, hold on. Alright, hold on. Our viewers, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That's funny. I do say that line a lot. So, okay, that makes sense. But hold on a minute. Now it's a bishop for a rook. So, wait a minute. We could have some potential here. I don't know why he's blundered a bishop. I think he thought that rook d1 was mate, but it's really not. There's no way I blundered again. If I take, that's mate. Oh wait, I have bishop e3. Thank God I have bishop e3. That was close. That was close. Okay. Thank you guys so much. 68! I was at 64 at the start of today. We gained 4 subscribers today. That's really good. Okay, f5. I mean, obviously he's going for this. To try and boot my bishop. Even then I can go to d2, so it's fine. But, yeah, let's go h3 and actually target this pawn. Because it looks like the queen's defending, but once it moves, it's actually not. So, that might be good for us. We'll see. I have a chance. Yep, I do have a chance. Okay, let's take. Queen e1. Queen e1, queen e1, rook e1. What? What? I just take? If queen to e1, then I just move? Wait, is the idea rook here? And then after I move, rook to a1? Is that the idea? Am I understanding this? I have no idea. I don't get. Okay, what if I just take with my G pawn? Just avoid anything controversial or crazy. Okay, I'm getting a lot of questions here. How old are you? Well, this is on my chess.com account, so I think it's fine if I say this. I'm 12 years old, and I'm not gonna tell you where I live, but it's in the U.S. Okay, Queen G5. Is he gonna perpetual check me? What if I go here? Is there even any checks at that point? Like here? I don't know what is happening. First, I was down a bishop. Then I became down a rook, and then I was like, okay, maybe I should just resign this game. Then he blundered a bishop for no reason, like here. And then he just blundered a pawn. Or maybe sacked the pawn, and then he sacked another pawn. So I'm confused what's going on. I do have this move. Potentially. Maybe. Maybe I should take my time here. I mean, I have 8 minutes. So, let's see. If I give a check, he goes here, then that is going to make him give up a rook. So he's not going to go there. He's going to go here. And then I don't have anything. Like, if he goes here, I can go check again. But if he goes there, then I can't do anything. So to defend this pawn, I go queen d7? But he's also attacking this pawn. So what am I supposed to do? I'm just gonna go king g2 for now. He might have a perpetual check. I have no idea. So do you participate in FIDE? I haven't started going to FIDE tournaments yet because I think I need to be a little bit higher rated in USCF, which is United States Chess Federation, before I go to FIDE. But I will start going to FIDE pretty soon. So my rating on USCF is like 1300-ish, like 1280 or something like that. We might have queen here. Queen here defends c4 and h3 and f2. Haha! There's no way. There's no way I just found that. That is insane. That is crazy. That is really, really crazy. Wow. Okay, for what I was saying beforehand, I'm around 1300 in USCF, which means it translates to around 1100 FIDE, because FIDE is probably 200 points higher. Which translates to I'm not ready for FIDE yet, because the minimum rating you need for FIDE is 1400, which is, so that would be 1600 USCF, which is around 1800 in Lead Chess or Chess.com. So I'm not quite ready for that yet. Oh my god! He thought he could win the queen, but I'm defending with the pawn. Okay, I lost the bishop though. He found queen a1 to win the bishop. Unfortunately. I think I'm going to a USCF tournament. I just need a coach. Alright. Queen a7. Your opponent offers a draw. Well, now I'm winning somehow. I'm gonna go queen c2, defend f2 pawn, which my opponent's targeting, and then let's go queen c1 after. Or not. Maybe queen... Oh wait, queen c1 actually defends the square, so he can't check me. I didn't even realize that. But then I also have queen e3. Check. I've played at FIDE 1950 rating, then left because of job. Ooh, that is really good. 1950. So are you like a candidate master? How much is a candidate master? Is that like 2,000? 2,100? Something like that? Let's go here. Maybe I can get some checks in. Queen G5. I guess I will block. This might just be a draw because he can just keep checking me. I don't know. Also, Burakoyunda, can you please tell me how to pronounce your name? Because I feel bad pronouncing your name wrong every single time. Or maybe that is how you pronounce it. I don't know. But sure, I can play after this match. Just tell me your chess.com username, and then we can get that going. I also haven't eaten lunch yet, believe it or not. So I do have to do that at some point. But oh, let's go! He blundered. He should have went King H8. I forced the Queen trade. Oh my god. There's no way I'm gonna win after all of that. CM is 2,200. CM is 2,200? Really? I thought CM was like 2,000. Okay, well, you can definitely get there. Yeah, this is winning. If this pawn weren't here, then his king can always just trap my king on this file and then he can win. But because I have this extra pawn, I can basically just promote it anytime I need to, lure the king away, and then win. So if he ever goes down here, I can always go here. But if he doesn't, if he keeps doing this, then I'm gonna push my pawn later on. Alright. King G6. Yeah, I'm not gonna push H7 yet, because he can go to the corner. I'm gonna patiently push my other pawn. You left professional chess and you play for fun? I understand. That makes sense. Yeah, sorry about that. I thought NM is 2,200. NM is 2,200. Wait, what happened? Oh, you resigned. Okay. NM is 2,200 in USCF. It reminds me of my old days. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Five. Okay, wait. I just got to this game and it just ended in like 2 seconds. What was that? I don't know what that was. Anyways, okay, so the tournament is over. Which means I am gonna have to end this stream soon because this was supposed to be for the tournament. But yeah, so we do get 5 out of 5, which gives us first place. But second place is not that far behind, 4.5 out of 5, or excuse me, 4 out of 5. Nan 17, and oh yeah, I went against the second round. I forgot about that. Okay, yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I really appreciate a lot of you guys subscribing and liking and supporting me today. And yeah, if any of you if you have anything else you want to say, then this will be basically just like a video, so you can rewatch it how many ever times you want. You can go to the comment section and comment things if you want. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video or live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Is there a time schedule for your stream, or you just randomly start whenever you get a chance? So Normally I do every Sunday. Well, this is my third time doing every Sunday, but sometimes it doesn't work out because I have an in-person tournament to go to, so I do the Saturday before that. But sometimes, like for example, I'm gonna be out of town for like a month or something, in like a few weeks, so it's probably gonna affect my schedule a little bit. But yeah, I'll still be able to make videos when I do that though. So yeah, feel free to check out anything you want. And yeah, bye guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. Good day, good morning, good night, whatever time of day it is. And yeah.